It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the 22nd of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, round 19. Today's exclusive sketch is from Karen Adams Kenwell. She's the Crafty Karen over on Instagram, so make sure you go give her some love. So she has a great sketch. So this sketch has lots of different pieces. So I could totally see this as a stacked washi or scraps, or this would be a great one to use your branding strips on, if you actually keep those, or what I'm doing. So I am using part of my Scrap Room Flavors of the Month kit. And this is the Lovely Lane from Paige Evans. And so it's got this piece of paper that has basically all of these strips on it, right? And so I decided to cut it up. It actually took a lot because the back of this paper is a beautiful floral. And I knew I wanted to use the floral, but this just works so perfectly. So I'm going to try to stack them like you see them in the sketch. So I'm first starting with a piece of white cardstock, and then I am going to put these strips down. I'm trying to not have like floral against floral or pattern against pattern. So I'm trying to like put them together. So you can see I kind of have kind of this here. But as I'm looking at it, so I'm doing these dark photos. I think this is the part where I put the photos down and I was like, I think I need a black background. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a piece of black cardstock. I'm going to attempt to kind of like scoot it underneath so I can kind of see how it looks. And I really like that. I think it definitely pulls in the fact that these are nighttime photos. And then I was like, well, let's just turn this and let's put these strips basically in the orientation that they are supposed to be. And then I can add this bow one. So I get all of the strips of paper other than it's like a purple bow one, because otherwise then it would fill up the entire paper if I didn't like stack it on top of each other. So that being said, I actually saved that piece and I'll fussy cut some of that. So these are two photos. We took a nighttime helicopter ride over New York, and they can get pretty close to the Statue of Liberty. So that was pretty cool. So I was glad. I think my husband snapped this picture because I think I was on the other side, something like that. And then I've got just a picture of the city with the lights. So I backed that in one of the other pieces of pattern paper. And now I'm going to dig into the embellishments. I believe I went off screen and already glued down the strips and then cut them randomly so that you kind of get that staggered look. And so now I just need to do some embellishments. So I mainly am going to use, let's see, let me grab it. So I was thinking I was going to start with the stars because it's at nighttime and I felt like stars was good. And then I've got that big floral at the bottom. And then I'm looking at some of these words and I forget what the whole phrase said, but it says something, not perfection, something like that. But I just cut off the perfection and I'm totally going to use that. Here is where I'm going to take the stars off and I'm going to swap them for hearts. So I have 3 hearts, so I'm going to put them in 3 areas to create some clusters. I do have that sticker, that banner sticker that says here and now. So I did get 2 of the stickers from the sticker sheet on. And a lot of these stickers have like phrases, which is just fine because then you can use them as layering pieces and you don't actually have to see the words if the words don't work for you. A lot of the times the colors will work, or they have things on them. Like this piece had a floral on it and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to fussy cut the floral out. Maybe I can get that to work on the layout. I did not. And that's okay. Like, you know, it's kind of trial and error when we're scrapbooking, right? Like you just kind of see if it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, no big deal. It goes back in your stash. If it does work, great. And I got some pink enamel dots with my kit. So I knew I wanted to use them to cover up the hole in that banner. And so I just decided to scatter the rest of them about. And then this heart was kind of bugging me. Like I felt like it needed something. So here is that strip that I told you that I didn't use, but I am going to go ahead and fussy cut out one of the bows. So the bows are purple and then there's like some florals. So I'm just going to cut out the bow and then I'm going to stick that bow actually in the middle of that green heart on the bottom so that it's got a little something else going on. I think that if it had like florals on it like the other one, I wouldn't feel like it was so plain. So I was trying to just see, do I want to put it at the top? Do I want to put the bottom? Ultimately, I'm going to let it land in the center. And then I'm going to fussy cut out some of these florals as well, because I was thinking, oh, maybe I want to add those, and I couldn't find a place to put them. So I'm just going to kind of put that over to the side. And then I'm going to dig in my stash and pull out this Color Cast Design piece, and it says Sightsee, which I mean is perfect. And it's like the same color as the Statue of Liberty. So here I was putting it down at the bottom because that's where it is in the sketch, but I want it to be at the top. So I'm trying. I definitely played with the placement of this a lot. So I wasn't sure if I wanted it across the top, if I wanted it stacked, if I wanted it underneath. Did I want it to go over the photo, not over the photo? But as you can see, this is where it's going to land. The site is a little hard to see, but in person it's a little bit easier. The C is very prominent over the photo. So here are a couple of close-ups. See, it doesn't look so bad there. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. There is a final look at my layout. I will have the scrap room as well as the playlist link down below. And remember to wear your crown. Bye.